New tattoo is doing great. And I started thinking, it's like, ow. Okay, tip number 1, new tattoo on your calf. Don't cross your legs. As I was saying, this got me to thinking. It's like, hey, I got a new tattoo. This is the first time I believe that I've gotten a new tattoo since I've been vlogging daily. And I thought this is a really good opportunity for me to come onto here and share with you how I'm going to be healing my tattoo. Now, I know, everybody has their own way of healing their tattoos, but I thought, you know what? I've been doing this for a while. 27 years is a while. I've seen fads come, I've seen fads go. I've seen people be like, heal it this way. Then, a year later, everybody's like, don't heal it that way. It's horrible. So I thought I would jump on here and just kind of tell you how I've been doing it for years, some tips and tricks on how to get it to heal properly, and also too how to maintain it once it is healed. So let me stow upon you my wisdom of tattoo aftercare. First, I have to show you the tattoo. Now, this is the tattoo I got, so that way you have a reference, and I absolutely love her. This is Rosie the Riveter, gray hair and tattoo style. If you notice, she's got a full sleeve and gray hair, and she's actually my logo. When I started my whole platform, I got a logo, and I wanted to think of like I wanted it to be feminine strength. I wanted it to be just something where it's like, you know what, she's powerful, she's strong, she's Rosie the Riveter 2.0. She's Rosie the Riveter for 2022 with her tattoos. Yes, you know what, and we're gonna see a whole lot more grandmas with tattoos, believe it or not. And sometimes people are like, oh, that's gross. But to me, it's so beautiful that we are going to have tattooed grandmas that it just makes me beam like this. So enough of that. But I do want to show you really quick. This is my logo. Okay, shameless commercial starts now. Hi, my name is Lonnie. Look at this amazing sweatshirt with Rosie the Riveter on it, available in my link tree, which is in my bio. Enough of that. Day 2. Yesterday, my leg felt better than the night that I came home and filmed and showed you the tattoo. It was definitely still swollen and definitely still tender. I have to wear skirts. I don't really own a lot of skirts, so I have to rewear my skirts, but I'm wearing skirts now just because I don't want anything rubbing on my tattoo at all. This tattoo had a lot of color, really packed in there, and she is extremely sensitive at this moment. So I don't want anything rubbing on it, at least for the next couple of days. How I'm healing my tattoo. So basically, there's 2 ways to heal a tattoo. You can either heal it what I call the old-fashioned way, which is just keeping it clean with fragrance-free soap and fragrance-free lotion, or you can use a second skin sort of product where the next day you put it over your tattoo and then you don't touch it for 5 or 7 days. I've healed tattoos using both methods. I personally prefer the soap and lotion technique. I think it's just because I've done it that way the longest. But Austin Maples, who does my American traditional tattoos, he really, really strongly demands that you use a second skin on his tattoos so that they heal the way that he wants them to do, which I think it is really cool when you have an artist who is so invested in their art. They're like, this is my art that you are carrying on your skin, and this is how I want you to heal it, so it will be the most beautiful tattoo and the representation of my work. That is the kind of tattoo artist, seriously, that we all need to be looking for. Since I am going to be healing it with the soap and lotion, let's talk about that. Now, the soap I got, as I showed you on the episode of the day of my tattoo, I usually use Dove fragrance-free soap. They didn't have it. In fact, they didn't have, this is the only brand. This is a CVS brand, and this is the only fragrance-free soap that they had. They actually had an amazingly small selection of soap. And I'm like, there's a pandemic and a lot of people should be washing their hands, and your selection of soap is amazingly small. But I did find one bar, or actually 2 bars, of fragrance-free soap. Now, side note, I have heard from many of the followers that we shouldn't use bar soap. And the thinking behind that is, it's like the soap will hold bacteria. Now, I totally get that, but this particular bar of soap, or the one that's in my shower, is specifically designated to wash my tattoo only. Meaning, I don't do wash, 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 and then put that on my tattoo. Nope, nobody, nope. That bar of soap in the shower, by the sink, wherever it is specifically to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to wash my tattoo. So you want to be really careful, no matter whether you use the pumping kind of soap or the bar soap. You just want to be careful that you aren't applying more bacteria than you're trying to wash off. Common sense. Once out of the shower, I pat dry my tattoo. Be very careful. You don't want to rub it. So just gently pat your tattoo dry. Then what I do is I let it air dry. And once it's dry, I apply fragrance-free lotion. Now, I have been using this brand since I started getting tattoos, which is 27 years. And I just always use Vaseline fragrance-free lotion. I love it. I carry this stuff around with me. So if I'm out and about and my leg tattoo or any tattoo starts to feel tight or dry, what I'll do is I will find a bathroom, I'll wash my hands, be very careful, get the lotion and apply it. I keep this lotion applied throughout the day, regardless if my tattoo starts to feel dried out or not. I keep my tattoo very well moisturized and very clean. Very, very, very important steps. You have to make sure that the area that you just had tattooed heals well, and you just have to give your body every single chance to let it heal well. Now, real quick side note, I have heard, and I've had a lot of followers, not a lot, but I've had a few followers tell me about a method that they use called the dry method. Now, I've never ever healed a tattoo like this, and truthfully, there's not a whole lot of it. There's nothing about it that sounds appealing. I'm like, dry method? That sounds like it would be horribly painful. So I asked Brian, my tattoo artist, I'm like, dude, have you ever heard of a dry method? And he's like, yeah. He goes, that's where they just basically, they don't touch it. They will, wash it, but then they don't apply any lotion. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying, Brian says it wasn't a good way to heal it. I think it sounds painful. But if you're thinking about it and you're like, should I, shouldn't I will give you my motherly tattooed advice and say, maybe you don't want to do it that way. Maybe you want to do it more with the lotion, make your experience a little bit more pleasurable. I'm just saying, that's my advice. I'm not healing this tattoo with the second skin like I do with my American traditionals, but I have used it. Again, Brian Austin Maples, I don't know, it sounds like that guy from 90210, but Austin Maples, who does my American traditional, he will have me doing. I have 4 appointments with him this year, which I'm super excited because I think he's already booked out through 2023. He's really hard to get into. But anywho, he'll be having me use the Sanoderm, and what you do with that is he'll put some on when I leave the shop, and then the next day I will take it off. I'll wash it really good. I will let it completely air dry, and then I will apply a second piece of Sanoderm. and I'll keep that on for 5 to 7 days. Then after that, it's a tricky thing, but you remove it, and if you have Sanoderm on or any other sort of second skin, I recommend doing it in the shower and just being really careful, but just let that hot water or the warm water kind of loosen up the adhesive and then take it off that way. But the whole theory is behind that is that once you take it off, your tattoo is completely healed. And I took it off and my tattoo was completely healed. So I am a big fan of either the soap and lotion like I told you about, or the Sanoderm. To me, it really depends on what your artist recommends. Again, your artist knows how your tattoo is going to heal the best. So I suggest asking your artist before you leave or even before you have the appointment how they'll recommend your healing, and then follow whatever they say. Now here's some tips and tricks on aftercare to once your tattoo is actually healed. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to avoid sunlight for at least, at the minimum, 3 months. Now, I don't mean that you can't leave the house, for 3 months, but what I am saying is don't have any long-term exposure to your new tattoo for at least 3 months. Preferably, I have been told 6 months. So if you get a tattoo at the beginning of summer, you know what? Maybe just don't tan that year. Maybe just if you do tan, cover it up completely. You don't want the sun to damage your new tattoo because it's going to do damage that you're never going to be able to fix. So you've invested time, you've invested money, you've invested pain into this piece of art. Just make sure that you invest into its longevity by staying out of direct sun. Now, once your 3 to 6 months time is up, I will 100% recommend that you use sunscreen. All right, sunscreen every single day. I personally like Sunbum because it's environmentally friendly. It's a smaller company, but you pick whatever environmentally friendly sunscreen you find, and just make sure that you apply that every single day. Now, I am 57 years old, and my tattoos have been seeing sun for 27 years. And I'm really happy with the way that they have stayed in their longevity. And I do believe it is because I've stayed out of the sun, and when I am in the sun, I use sunscreen. So there again is your tattooed motherly advice on that. Now, another product I want to mention is this spray-on Aquaphor. Absolutely love this stuff. I didn't even know it existed until one of my followers mentioned to me that this existed, and I love it. Aquaphor, I hear a lot of people that use Aquaphor on their new tattoos, and I'm not going to agree or disagree with that. I personally find the regular Aquaphor a little bit too heavy for my liking. Even on my healed tattoos, it's very thick and like salve kind of feeling. Now this spray-on Aquaphor, real light, it's a mist, and it goes on, and it will keep your skin moisturized longer than regular lotion. I absolutely love this stuff. And I use this every day. Once I get out of the shower, I give myself a little spray down because I got tattoos all over the place, and it keeps my skin nice and moisturized, and it, again, I just absolutely love it. Another product that I've never used this, but they just sent this to me, is the Mad Rabbit Replenish. They reached out to me and they're like, hey, we think you're really cool and we want to send you some stuff to try on your tattoos. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Thank you. I think you're cool also because you know what? You have a really cool logo. So I just opened it up and they said, this is the Replenish Body Lotion. So I've heard really good things about this particular brand, the Mad Rabbit. So I'm gonna, you know what I'll do is I'll put the Aquaphor on this arm, the Mad Rabbit on this arm, and I'll try it for a while, and I will give you a review and let you know what I think. It has no smell, so definitely fragrance free. How do you like that? You're like, hey, I'm going to watch this lady's YouTube and then she's going to end up sniffing her arm. That's awesome. So I'll let you know in about a week what I think of that product. But it's not sticky. I like that. And it's not super heavy, and I like that also. So we'll have to wait and see what that's like. Last piece of tattoo aftercare, whether you just got a tattoo or you've had one for a while, no matter what product you use, no matter what product you put on your skin, I personally think the most important thing to do is to drink a lot of water. Water is essential for keeping your skin moisturized, and that's going to allow your skin to even absorb whatever product you're putting on your skin. So be sure to drink water daily. Now, fruit punch, lemonade is not water. Beer, even though I thought it was, very watery like all those years I drank, is not water. Drink absolutely water every day. I try to drink at least half a gallon every day. I will admit it, I've been horrible since I quit my job. I don't know why, but I have put myself back on track to drink more water. But just drink water every day. It will be your number one ally in keeping your tattoos looking good for years and decades to come. Trust me, that's my motherly tattoo number one advice: drink water. So that's it. That's my tattoo aftercare tips from your favorite tattooed gray-haired lady on the social media platform. And I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, by all means, please hit that like button. If you'd like to stick around and see what I'm going to be talking about next, you can hit subscribe. I would love to hear any of your comments for today's episode. And if you'd like to follow me on any of my social media links, those are all listed down below. Don't forget, if you want a really cool t-shirt or hoodie, gray hair and tattoos at Bonfire, or the link down below, you can grab yourself some merchandise. And please remember, wear what you want, wear sunscreen, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.